10 things that even superfans were shocked by about Spider-Man: Far From Home. The third phase of the Marvel finally comes to a close with its epilogue Spider-Man: Far From Home. Spider-Man's second solo movie in the biggest franchise in movie history has Peter Parker going on a vacation around Europe, where trouble finds him in the form of the Elementals. With the help of the new hero Mysterio, Spider-Man has to save the day while also trying to get the personal life he wants. Here are the 10 most surprising things in Spider-Man: Far From Home, that took even the most seasoned Spider-Man fans by surprise. The blip is the most devastating event in the whole Marvel, but it's only now that audiences get to see its ramifications on those who aren't superheroes. If Endgame revealed the morning, Far From Home shows what happened during and after Thanos' universal genocide. Audiences finally get to see how the people returned after Bruce Banner snapped the dead back to life with the Infinity Gauntlet. Peter's relationship with MJ is a staple in the comics, but it had yet to materialize in the Marvel. After being teased in Homecoming, the two finally get together by the end of Far From Home. This one is the most pleasantly surprising, because it took some time to build up to and finally happen. MJ herself is an entirely different character, and her new spunky personal breathes new life into one of the most enduring and beloved couples in all of Marvel Comics. It may have been shown in the promotional materials, but seeing how close Peter got with Mysterio was surprising for some. Depending on the writer, Mysterio can either be a manipulative mastermind or a bumbling baddie, but the Marvel turns him into a friend for Peter. An integral part of Spider-Man mythos is his Uncle Ben, who teaches him about responsibility and whose death spurns him into heroism. The Marvel may not have an Uncle Ben, but it gave Peter a new father figure. Far From Home doubles down on Peter's struggle to carry Iron Man's legacy, especially after his sacrifice in Endgame. What may surprise some comic readers is how the Marvel created a new emotional dynamic for Peter to deal with instead of lifting something from the comics, and this is a welcome change for the all-too-familiar story of Spider-Man. He may be known as the Master of Illusions, but seeing how exactly Mysterio's abilities would be realized on-screen was a big question mark for viewers. Far From Home doesn't just bring the illusions to life but does so with some help from unexpected sources. Mysterio's illusions are powered by the barf technology seen in Captain America: Civil War, which is something Stark apparently stole from its inventor Beck. Mysterio being a duplicitous villain may not be shocking to comic book readers. But seeing just how far he would go to achieve his nefarious goals caught even the most experienced Spidey fans off guard. Like Vulture, Beck bears a vendetta against Stark, and seeing this updated version of the classic villain was a surprise for Spidey fans. After viewing trailers, some fans wondered how Nick Fury could trust a conman like Mysterio. Surprisingly, Fury is not really Fury. As it turns out, the Skrull leader Thalos has been impersonating the S.H.I.E.L.D. director for quite some time, along with his wife taking Maria Hill's place. In a way, this is a heroic subversion of the old Captain Marvel fan theory that suspected Fury of being a villainous Skrull in disguise, hypothetically planting the seeds for the Marvel's version of Secret Invasion. The reason why the Skrulls took command of S.H.I.E.L.D. is bigger than anyone could have guessed. Fury is still alive and well, only he's in a space station filled with Skrulls. The director's mission in space is not explained. But it's a great tease for the future of the Marvel. Ever since Thor told Jane about the 9 realms and the Bifrost, Marvel fans knew that the cosmic side of the comics would appear in the Marvel. Far From Home finally confirms this. Spider-Man just is not the same without the Daily Bugle and its spiteful boss J. Jonah Jameson. Far From Home finally brings these staples back, even going the extra mile by recasting the irreplaceable J.K. Simmons from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy as J. Jonah Jameson. The most unexpected turn of events came in the mid-credits scene, where Mysterio frames Spider-Man for his death and the London attacks. Even worse, Spider-Man's secret identity is outed with the help of the Daily Bugle. In the comics, Spider-Man's identity going public always spelled disaster. Notably, Peter's family was endangered in Civil War after he revealed his identity to the world, and he even died in Ultimate Spider-Man when fighting the Sinister Six, who attacked his residence upon learning who Spider-Man was. This development will undoubtedly have strong ramifications on Spider-Man in future Marvel movies.